So then he said, no, I'm European. So that's when I stopped peeing in the street. That's not great.
That was really dumb.
That was pretty dumb.
Hey guys, how we doing?
Hi,
I'm Edward.
and I'm Katie.
And you're watching Dear Rosie, answering all the letters from all the Melania Trumps that just wanted to be housewives.
Today we're talking about gender norms.
But not like gender norms like double standards that we covered on the last episode.
no.
We're going to cover gender norms in comparison to other cultures and countries that we've been to and things that we've studied.
Around the world, around the world.
But first, we have a letter.
Yes.
This letter is from Brandon from Ottawa.
Ooh.
Okay.
What's it about?
What's it about? Dear Rosie. I'm going to try my
Yeah,
best.
please don't do that.
I am one of the best ice
Oh
skaters
my
in
God.
all of Ottawa. You haven't seen a triple Saukow like Brandon's. I'm the most popular boy in school. When I went to visit my cousin in Pittsburgh, him and his friends said only twinkle toes twirl. Apparently real men throw punches and spit. Is this true? Brandon.
Isn't it? Oh, throw punches and spit in your face. I need to stop dating those men.
Before we answer your question, Brandon, we are going to be throwing an all-American party. If you've ever seen those pictures and memes of other countries trying to, they basically just do all of the stereotypes from America and just try and just make it in one big party.
So we did the same thing, and even though they're stereotypes, fuck, it looks delicious.
Yeah. So, I mean, we have the traditional smuckers. Smuckers? Isn't it smackers?
Smockers.
That's part of the American stereotype.
We're all
We have
disgusting.
Doritos and popcorn and Cheetos because Americans are fat and we like empty carbs. We have White Castle. Ugh. White Castle just goes right through ya. And for you Twinkle Toe, Brandon, we have Twinkies.
Oh my god. I thought that was going to get like a gay thing, but that's good that you didn't go that route.
No. I'm better than that. So, while I make some little party snacks, Katie here has some data for y'all.
That sounds like you're just going to make snacks. I'm just going to sit here talking the entire time. That sounds great. So one thing while we were researching it, something I learned according to the European Union Development Fund, economics has a huge play in gender norms. Now, it's obviously more expensive to live than it's ever been.
Yes.
So in bigger cities and kind of everywhere, women working while having a family is 100% like required. It's not even a question anymore. It's not like a gender issue that you talk about. You're just like, it's expected almost for a woman to be in the workplace. Yeah. Stay-at-home moms is still very much a thing, but I feel like there's not as much stigma around having a child and going back to work when you're a woman. Places specifically with like socialized medicine, there's a lot more help for women who have a baby and need to leave their job. I know in a country like Denmark, I think they get like up to 15 weeks of paid maternity leave. And then
That's awesome.
It's fantastic. And then on the flip side of it, we have the problem here where the United States is, along with Papua New Guinea and Swaziland, which, yes, I said Swaziland, are the only ones that do not offer any sort of compensation for maternity leave. You'll find some companies that do, but it's not required.
Yeah.
It's not a part of it. They don't need to. I mean, the entire like concept with our perception of moms in the family is completely hypocritical. You want them to be home, but you also want them to be like independent from you. And it's just, it's depressing. But it's nice to know that at least overseas there's more of an accepted notion that you can both work and be a mom. So way to go abroad. You're doing it right. So, I mean, not to just focus on gender norms for women, what do you feel like as gay man, or do you know anything internationally that's like different than it is here?
So
accepted, less accepted.
I actually wanted to talk about
Keep eating things.
my experience in like masculinity and femininity in different cultures like Japan and Philippines.
So Edward is a world traveler.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've both traveled a little bit, but he's traveled a lot.
I'm a girl on the go.
Yes, you are.
But my trip to Japan was also just sort of to help me figure out my own masculinity, like my level of masculinity and femininity, and sort of just like see the differences in Japan versus like how it is viewed here. In Japan, it was very interesting. Like it even like affects fashion. The women weren't necessarily sexualized there. The women are very conservative and very like you must cover most of your skin.
Yeah.
But like a lot of it was just very like wholesome. And like I find that like a lot of men's high fashion over there was very androgynous. It didn't have that like muscular build. They didn't have that sort of like American masculinity standard. It was just like very thin, slender, longer hair, and that was like the thing for men to do.
Right. So like Japan has this very weird thing where it's so like leagues ahead of us in fashion and like media and all this stuff, but they still have all these like old antiquated social and cultural norms.
Right. Actually, on that, I actually wanted to read something. They have a term called, I think it was office lady or OL.
Office lady.
So I'll just read it. It was like a study from the University of California.
Okay.
It's often nicknamed Shokuba no Hana or office flower. Office ladies are usually hired right after high school or junior high, with university graduates discouraged from pursuing this type of career. They are kept around the office for the youth they bring to it, hence the flower nickname. They are charged with routine menial tasks meant to support the male workers. This type of career offers very little chance of advancement and was specifically designed so that women would leave for marriage before their 30s. Women between the ages of 24 and 28 often are advised to settle down as a subtle message to quit, as those years are considered the most suitable for marriage.
Oh, in America, we call that an internship. But that's like super fucked up. Like, see, that's like you wouldn't be able to have that exact characterization of a woman in America. Like, you could have that profession, and I'm sure it exists, but you wouldn't be able to call her office flower.
No. Stepping away from Asia and Asian countries, I want to talk about Australian countries.
Yeah, that's the one country.
One country.
That's just one.
I found that and I was only there for a very short period of time. But from my experience, I found that there was a lot of like masculine energy. And like when America looks at Australian stereotypes, it's always like rugged, outback.
I think like Australian frat boy, honestly.
Yeah.
I have the frat boy mentality when I think of Australian men.
And I found that women, when it came to like doing like dressing up and doing makeup and all of that, they still did that to sort of make themselves more appealing. But it wasn't to enhance things, it was more of like a natural look. And so you kind of got the vibe that it was very more just like laid and lax.
That's kind of nice. That makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Amsterdam last year. Obviously, we all know that that's very like overt sexualization. We all know what the red light district is. Come on now, we've heard Roxanne before, okay? But I feel like because of that whole like the whole acceptance of prostitution and just instead of pretending like it's not happening, just putting it out there has made it so that everything around it feels like sex is just another thing we all do. It's not like defining us, and it's also not something we need to hide and suppress. One thing also that I noticed, as far as like this isn't deeply serious like everything else we talked about, European wise, men so much more fashionable than men here.
Oh,
men
absolutely.
Totally care about how they dress.
Yes.
I remember once seeing Emma Watson say, I find European men more attractive because they're not going to be in like flip-flops and gym shorts, which is so true. Men will like get up, look in the mirror, and care about how they're presenting themselves.
Like, why is metrosexual a thing?
Yeah, it's like hating on you for wanting to look good.
To groom yourself, it's actually take care of your appearance. I think that's something that every man should do.
Agreed. Stop wearing shirts with the sleeves cut all the way down to your stomach and wearing it out in public.
I don't understand the point of those.
Me neither. I'm saying this as I'm Don't ever wear cutoffs.
But I mean, I'm always a fan for a little bit of side boob.
I mean, hey. And I have fucking Reba McEntire on my shirt. It's allowed. If all men wear Reba, then they can cut their sleeves off. That's fine.
So, Brandon, to answer your question, ice skate and be the next Monica Lewinsky?
Good job. No, that's not it.
Tara Lipinski.
Do you know who Monica Lewinsky is?
Monica Lewinsky all over.
No, you know what? You're a man. Be Johnny Weir. Be that bald guy that does backflips. I can never remember his name, and he's always so excited. Jason Brown is one guy.
Your cousin from Pittsburgh could make fun of you for being an ice skater, but professional male ice skaters make tons of money.
Also, he's from Pittsburgh.
They have great bodies.
They do.
So.
Ooh, and they wear great costumes.
Also, Pittsburgh is a city of brotherly love. That's gay.
Philadelphia. Oh my God. Get your shit down. Get it down. Pittsburgh is the city of just like, why are you here?
I'm a woman of the world, but I don't know anything about my own country.
Since you made these, we're going to celebrate our little American party by eating crustless peanut butter and jelly, and you can eat what you want. Let's wrap our arms up like
I'm going to put this, because this doesn't have cheese.
This shit's real American.
Yes.
Chips on a sandwich, motherfuckers.
Ready? I'm about to shit this out later. That was disgusting. Oh, you want that?
That was so unfortunate.
Bye, guys. That is disgusting and cold.
If you like what you see, please subscribe. Here. Maybe here. Oh. Here. Also, for other content, like us on Facebook, King's Fifth Productions.